Hey, Abundant Life. We are coming at you midweek. I got the short stool and gave Travis the tall stool here. But we are coming up on a new season in the church calendar, a season that perhaps you've heard of, called Lent. And it kicks off next Wednesday. It's Ash Wednesday. And so we wanted to take just a couple minutes to tell you about the meaning and the significance of the season.
Yeah, so Lent is actually not in the Bible at all. So we don't have to feel like it's some type of thing that we have to engage in. It's just more of an opportunity that the church has created, the historical church, in order for us to emulate really the 40 days of Jesus in the wilderness and the 40 years of Israel through the wilderness. And if we remember correctly, basically both of those times are either the people, God's chosen people, or God's beloved Son have entered into that space in order to come out the other side and really be who God the Father has called them to be. And so when we enter into Lent, basically what we're saying is we're not allowing life to just come to us and the many difficult seasons that we go through, but we're actually saying, I'm in this walk of faith and I'm participating in this season because I want to remind myself and dig up all the beautiful things that God has called me to be in this world. And so it's something that we just actively participate in.
Mm-hmm. And it's important as we're participating in it to remember what we're building towards also. We're leading up to Easter and the resurrection, and that's something we know how to celebrate. We celebrate well. We remember the beautiful truth that Jesus conquered the power of sin and death. But Lent is an opportunity for us leading up to that to sit in what it is that Jesus conquered, that and really to build depth and richness to the gift that he gave us. We've talked some this past year about the biblical idea or concept of lament, that there's a precedent for lament, for grieving what's not right in the world, what Jesus came to renew and to restore. And so Lent is an opportunity for us to sit in that and preparing ourselves for the beauty and the richness of resurrection and life that Jesus gives us.
Yeah, and so it's one of those things where you just pick something practical because we live in a modern world with many different distractions, so we have a lot of things to choose from. And some people do really hard things like no coffee in the morning. Probably don't recommend that unless you're just really zealous for your faith and you really want to get after it. But you just pick something. It could be, I'm going to take this hour out of the day because we've made time an actual material thing in the modern world. So you can even take an hour out of your day and say, in this hour, I'm really just only going to listen to Christian music or pray or read scripture, or it can be I'm going to give up sugar or salt or whatever it is. We just get to choose something. And the idea is really not to torment yourself, but it's to choose something practical but yet significant enough to where you'll say, oh my gosh, this is something I really want in my day, perhaps almost feel like I need. But it's reminding us that, no, actually what we really need is the presence and power of God in our lives.
Yeah, and I'd just add to that as we're kind of choosing what it is that we give up, that we're not biting off more than we can chew. This isn't something where we want to feed guilt or shame, but really the point in all of this, the hope in all of this is that we're just deepening our connection with Jesus in this season leading up to Holy Week and Good Friday and Easter Sunday. It's a season of sacrifice, absolutely, but it's okay to start small as we're just whatever it is we're setting aside, we're doing so for Jesus and taking that opportunity to draw closer to him. So I'm looking forward to being more intentional about our observance of this season this year, and I hope you are too. And we'll talk to you more about it in the coming weeks. Have a great rest of your day.